Everyone, so this is my Premier League preview for Crystal Palace versus Wolverhampton Wanderers on Super Sunday, 2 p.m, Selhurst Park. I'm doing the video in the car again because I did my preview for Arsenal in the car and it was a good luck charm. So why change? Why break the successful cycle? Probably a load of rubbish, but, you know, try and justify it to myself. And will old boy Strand Larsen punish his old club Wolves? That's the big question. As we know, he left. We got really good money for him, 48 million. Rob Edwards has always spoke very highly of him. I have watched Rob Edwards' press conference earlier, which I'll get into a bit more in a minute, but he did allude to the fact that he really likes Strand Larsen. He's a great bloke. Be nice to see him. But obviously, we don't want Strand Larsen to be successful. Obviously, he got a couple of goals on his home debut against Burnley, but they did end up losing that one 3-2, which is good for Wolves. If Burnley can go to Palace and win, why can't Wolves? Why can't Wolves go and do it? They're showing vulnerabilities this season. They've really shown vulnerabilities. And talking about vulnerabilities, I don't know if you saw that they drew 1-1 in Europe, and some of their fans were actually very disappointed with the performance.
What the fucking hell was that? What the fucking hell was that?
Yeah, so probably a good time to play them. They've just travelled away on Thursday night and we've got them Sunday. I hope they're a bit fatigued after travelling, and let's hope Strand Larsen struggled as well. He did get an assist in that game for them, and we just don't want him to be firing on all cylinders, do we? So I alluded to the Rob Edwards press conference. He was asked about injury news, in particular Angel Gomez, because he went off, and this is what he had to say.
You just mentioned Angel. You said post-match it was to do with his back. How's he doing?
Yeah, it's good. I think it locked up. I think he had a spasm. He's trained today, so that's good news.
Available this weekend?
Yeah.
And it's been a kind of a relentless schedule, so how is everyone else doing? Is any other...
They're all right. There's still a few. There's a few walking wounded. There's a few that we've got to check on and see how they are tomorrow. So yeah, look, we know we've got a tight squad now, and we've got to try and look after everyone in between these games as well, especially with them coming thick and fast as they are. But the vast majority of the group are in good nick.
Did you mention on Tuesday that Totti he was a bit too soon for Wednesday, but is he looking better?
Potentially can be involved against Palace. He's trained today, so he's had a couple of training sessions now with the group, so that's good news for us.
So it sounds like pretty much everyone's kind of available. He did obviously allude to the fact that people are struggling. We might see Totti Gomez feature of some kind. He's had a few training sessions, as he said, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens with the personnel. Obviously Adozie, will he have more involvement after his historic equaliser on his debut against Arsenal? What a moment that was for him. And he did speak about Adozie a bit and said
perhaps a lot of people wouldn't have known is Tom Adozie until you brought him on Wednesday night. He must be on cloud nine, because that is the stuff what dreams are made of. How has he been?
Yeah, he's been really good. Smiling again this morning and training, and had a nice spring in his step. He's trained well with us the last week or two. We're still getting to know him as well ourselves. So yeah, it was a really nice story for him. I thought his finish was excellent, you know, keeping it down low in that kind of pressurised moment as well, with people coming out to charge on him. It was a brilliant finish. I know there's I don't think an element of luck, but obviously the ricochet and everything, but brilliant moment for him.
So that's a great story, and let's hope we can continue it. Just quickly on their head-to-head history with Crystal Palace, we've had 15 meetings with them in the Premier League in history. We've won 4. There's been 2 draws, and Crystal Palace have actually won 9 of our Premier League meetings. 1 draw and 4 losses in the last 5 Premier League meetings with Crystal Palace in the Premier League, and we've only beaten away once in Premier League history, and it was actually our first ever Premier League meeting with them. It is when Matt Doherty scored a goal under Nuno and we won 1-0 back in the glory days of that first season when we were flying high. So yeah, not a great viewing. Only 1 away win at Palace in the 4 wins we've got over them, and it's a tough place to go. It is, isn't it? Not just literally to play Palace, but it's tough to get there, and it's in a crap location. It's a hard ground to get to. The ones who have been will know that. Now, we've got to talk about a team prediction. Now, this is a tough one, I think, this week. The team was very surprising against Arsenal, but we knew there'd be changes. He alluded to it because of the Grimsby tie, but not starting Tolu was a bit of a head scratcher, and having Armstrong from the middle, but Tolu did come on, didn't he? So I'm going to say, again, the 5-3-2, Jose Sarr in goal. I think Rodrigo Gomez has got to start right wing back. Chachua had an absolute nightmare performance against Arsenal, got ironically cheered off, so it's got to be Rodrigo Gomez. Mosquera, right centre-back, great performance against Arsenal, got in their head. Santi, who's been incredible lately, Mr. Consistent. Krejci, left centre-back. And then Hugo Bueno, one of the stars of the Arsenal game, great goal, getting his first Premier League goal against Arsenal. And then midfield's, it's a pick-em, but I'm going to say he's going to go for João Gomez, because he was fully rested against Arsenal. Andre with Mane. There'd be the midfield three, in my opinion. Obviously, Bellegarde played really well against Arsenal, so I wouldn't be surprised if Bellegarde starts, or I wouldn't be surprised if Angel Gomez starts, but again, he had a back spasm, so he may leave him on the bench for this one. And of course, Edozie. Is Edozie got a shout to start in some kind of way? I know he's a bit of like a right midfielder. Why not? He could. He definitely will come on if he don't, I think, after what he did. I think he deserves it. So, yeah, there's a few options. And of course, up top, Armstrong and Tolu Arakaderi. He could shake it up and put Mane higher up, and then start Bellegarde in midfield and like drop Armstrong or drop Tolu, like, you know, he dropped Tolu against Arsenal. But that's the team I think Rob will go with. But comment your thoughts down below, because there is actually a bit of a debate about starting teams at the moment. It's all up in the air a bit, particularly in the midfield areas. Now we've got to talk about score predictions. Like I said, we haven't got a great record at Palace, but I've had a weirdly good feeling building up to this game. Even before we drew with Arsenal, I felt like we might do something here. I feel like we drew a win there. So with my head, look, I don't want to be too confident, so I'm going to say a 1-1 draw with my head. Strand Larsen to get the Palace goal, obviously. And then I'll say, do you know what? I'm going to say Armstrong gets off the mark for Wolves. He's had a bit of stick lately, but I hope he gets a goal. And I'm going to say he gets the goal for Wolves in a 1-1 draw. With my heart, got to go for it. Wolves 2, Crystal Palace 1. Strand Larsen to put them 1-0 up. Armstrong to equalise. And Edozie to come off the bench 2 games in a row and get the winner. What a dream that would be for young Tom Edozie. What a moment. But yeah, that's my preview for the Crystal Palace game. As always, comment your thoughts down below. Are you as confident as me? Have you got a good feeling like me? Please like the video. It really helps the channel with the algorithm, and I really do appreciate the support lately. And I also appreciate people commenting and disagreeing with my last video. I love it when people have got different opinions, as long as it's respectful, obviously. And yeah, a lot of people disagreed with my take on Rob Edwards' comments after Arsenal calling out the fans, but that's the beauty of YouTube, and the beauty of, in the comment section, having debate. So yeah, cheers everyone. Subscribe. You know, I'm after 15,000 by the end of the calendar year, and it's appreciated. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next video.